Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Sagittarius, been a really long time since I've done, probably since mid-October, since I've done a straight up Sag reading. So happy to be here doing that. This is a relationship reading for the January 2021 period, but you know how tarot time goes. Whenever you're watching this, it's perfect timing. So this is for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And you can check your other signs if you want to kind of marry it up. I tend to resonate with my Venus and my Rising when I'm not looking at my straight up sign, but that's just me. You never know. You never know. So here we go. Think of the person that you're thinking about. We're going to do a 9-card spread. I'm working with the Heaven and Earth Tarot. It's in my description box. It's a beautiful new deck that I have, and I'm really enjoying it. Let's see what's going on for you. What's going on for my Saggies? January 2021 relationship. You coming from an energy in the past of somebody, one or both of you, feeling betrayed or hurt. Like a lot went down. Pretty heavy emotional and mental energy here. 10 of Swords. Past energy. Could be recent past. Current energy. Ooh, the Moon. That's kind of a tricky combo. So definitely the energy from the past had a difficulty associated with it, and the current energy could have remnants of fear, angst associated with that, and there's still something maybe unknown. Somebody might be holding back a secret, or just their emotions are not completely, something's not completely illuminated. But what I'm feeling most in this card, though, for you, Sagittarius, is the element of, to be honest, worry and fear. What's on the mind of your person is kind of underscoring that, because we do have the 5 of Cups. So they're feeling angst and loss as well. So gosh, the two of you have been through something tough. As we know with the 5 of Cups, there's still always the 2 of Cups remaining. Right there. So as much as the liquid or wine or water or whatever has spilled out of the 3 of Cups, there's an important and powerful 2 of Cups remaining. And for the moment, your person may not be as buoyant about that. They might be heavily weighted down still by some upset when it comes to the 2 of you. Oh, sorry about that. I did get 3. I'm going to take it. So they see you in the energy of the Devil. They have in their heart the King of Cups. And they see you moving forward in the energy of the Judgment. So definitely some interesting majors here. Moon, Devil, Judgment. What don't you see? And then we'll read the whole thing. What you don't see is the Emperor, another major. Fascinating that there's so many. Sorry, my light's starting to go a little. I hope this stays with you for this reading. I think we're good. Don't see is the Emperor. Advice for Sagittarius with this relationship. The Ace of Wands. Interesting. It's your advice. And potential outcome is the World. So something is going to need to tie up into a completion. This chapter needs to tie up into some kind of completion so that there's some lesson that is learned. And the undercurrent energy is the Empress. Wow. Okay. Now I'm getting to know what I need to know here. So the Empress, what you don't see is the Emperor. And there's an Empress card. So there's definitely this kind of big connection between the 2 of you. There's a need to be, one of you or both of you has recently or needs to come to reality and not get stuck in the fantasy over this relationship. There's a potential to build together. Tap into the Ace of Cups. There's just some caution and some patience that's needed around here, but we've got the Emperor and the Empress. So you may not realize that, they may not realize that there's just a really deep connection here. You also may not realize that your person is really good at boundaries. So if you're feeling closed off or put off or whatever, I think your person felt so hurt and still feels hurt. It's kind of percolating and ruminating in that emotion. You may also be, but that's just what's on their mind, that they see you as a bit of high, potentially drama or just, I don't know, it's not extreme, but I just feel like they feel this is sticky. It's sticky to think of you, be with you. They don't like what they feel like when they feel hurt and when they feel lost, and they're willing to put up boundaries around that. As much as they feel that that's sticky and there's a drama around it, they certainly like it when they like it, and I feel like there's definitely a high attraction factor at the same time. The advice of the Ace of Wands is here too, which is definitely another attraction thing. So I feel like there's an element of trying to understand that better. So let me just read through the whole thing. We'll pick some oracles for some advice before we end up closing things out later. So again, coming off of maybe a very bad period, there was definitely some kind of hurt or illusion and fear. I can't pick these up for life of me. It's just kind of the Ten of Swords. There was definitely, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It was just struggling. I don't think I've struggled that long to pick up a card in a long time. There was a betrayal and hurt and angst associated from the past into the present with this relationship, with the two of you. This partnership kind of has run into some tough times or had some fights or had some difficulties or had some toxicity or codependency, and it had its own blow off the tracks. Whatever happened, the person definitely is still feeling it with the Five of Cups. They're feeling a loss. They're feeling emotionally sad. Like you've gone, I feel like for those of you that had a strong connection with this person or have one still, they see you as a bright spot in their life. And without you there, they feel darkness. It's just in the most basic terms. That said, I think they saw a lot of drama go down, so they're a little bit gun shy. That said, they feel the emotions in their heart, King of Cups. But as you know, with the King of Cups, he doesn't always wear his heart on his sleeve. He can feel his emotions deeply. He can sympathize. He can empathize. He can connect. He's definitely the king that's in touch with his emotions, but he doesn't exude his emotions all the time. He doesn't wear them on his sleeve. So, but you should know that that person does, have that in their heart. The way they see you going together, though, is that it's potentially down the lane or down the road a reconciliation possibility for some of you. For others, they're trying to just kind of watch the universal signs here. Like if it feels good, go toward it. If it feels bad, stay away from it, is really the basic message that I'm getting in terms of the Devil and the Five of Cups and the Emperor, that for this person and the King of Cups, they definitely are going with their rudimentary emotions and feelings, like what was, go toward what feels good and maybe avoid what continues to feel bad. So I think they're very cautious. I wouldn't be surprised if you're dealing with somebody who's armoring up, blocking, hiding out a little for some of you, Sagittarius. The advice, though, is to look at where you can spark inspiration, where you can create. And I think it's first for yourself, because there's some difficult energies here, or just not known energies here. So there could be newness and an opportunity here, but it's basically saying to look what inspires you, what lights you up, what kind of inspiration can you spark for yourself. It may need to be that you're going to examine this phase and see what lessons you can learn. But I don't think it's an ending. We do have the World as a conclusion, and I just think that it could be for a time being that the better path for the two of you is to close the chapter, learn the lesson, etc., etc. But this is an infinite connection. There's infinity signs here, and you're also dealing with the Emperor and the Empress. And when that's just like the pinnacle of these two energies in this reading, is that there's a real partnership energy here. you know? And that to me is the potential, the best of the male energy and the best of the female divine feminine energy with the potential to come together. I think what it needs to do is not get carried away, not get too high drama, but kind of stay grounded in reality, not fantasy Seven of Cups. It's in the reverse. So I'll take that as a reversal on this, that it needs to stay grounded, and there's a potential to build together Three of Pentacles, ignite new emotion with the Ace of Cups. It's just going to need to be done carefully and patiently with the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm not saying you should be with this person. Some of you are going to read this reading and go, hell no, this is not a person I want to be with. Too much has gone under the bridge and it's just not a good relationship. You're going to have all your reasons. Well, that's your reality. That's your reality. And you shouldn't be looking at tarot for the solution on that. This is just where you can glean messages that mean something to you or align with you or flip a switch in your head on something. It's not going to just yank you into a whole other path. It would never do that, because that would be going against your integrity and your gut instincts. And you don't want to do that. I'm going to clarify the devil for you. So why do they see you as a devil energy? I mean, devil energy we know is definitely a strong connection. I mean, these two are chained to each other, and this devil card, and he's like literally looking at her. Sorry, I'm just so weirded out today by backward cameras here. Okay. So why does your person see or kind of connect with you sitting in the devil energy, Sagittarius? At least for this period, that's bubbling up. Why is that? I mean, I definitely know that they are hurt. We're trying to move past that. Okay. Somebody offered their cup. Somebody else was defensive. But there is definitely a soft spot. They have a soft spot for you. Between this Page of Cups and Six of Cups, which are very romantic and flirty and innocent and joyful connection and reminiscing of the past, if they have at any point wanted to go there, but you were blocking them, that put them on the defensive, or they see your lightness and flirtiness as something that they don't know if they should take seriously. Why I'm getting the feeling that your person at some point, and maybe even remnant into the present, almost felt stronger than you about this relationship. And they felt that they got burnt by that. And they walled up. And I feel like they were blocking themselves. That said, they might be fine. They might be willing to kind of see how the universe is handling this, with the potential to kind of reconnect again. I think the two of you are going to need to learn how to do something different if you're going to move forward in this relationship. It can't be the same old, same old. Something's going to have to change. Sagittarius is what I'm feeling. Do be aware that what you can't see is that the Emperor could be very clearly trying to define his boundaries, trying to stay in control. King of Cups, same. And round and around. I just said that actually, like, things can't be the same. Things can't keep going in the same cycle where they've always gone. Something will have to change if this is going to have a benefit to you in the future. Otherwise, you're recreating the same cycle. And we know how that goes. That's never a good thing. Because even if it changes by a little, you end up getting back to the same wound or the same struggle or the same argument or the same conflict in the two personalities. Something will have to change for the system to change. So since you only have control over you, your advice is to start anew with a new, fresh look on what you need to do for you. And I think from there, you'll get really clear on what you need and don't want. And if you're going to approach this together at all, it's going to be with some lessons learned and some new things. Okay, the last bigger message here for you, Sagittarius, is dreaming. When lifelong dreams fail to come true, meaning the fantasy, Seven of Cups, needs to get turned into reality here. You finally know that dreams have no longer an obligation to fulfill you. Awaken from your dreamy illusions and sentimentality. Remember, you are a magical, creative being. Open your eyes to see the real world of life, love, and light, waiting your acceptance. You can be living the dream and not just dreaming it. So you have to like decide, what do you want to make of your reality? Ace of Wands. What is the reality you want to create, and not the dreamy state that keeps you, kind of in oblivion around this, Really important. If you stay locked in illusion on this, you're going to keep creating a cycle. Both of you. So there's an urge to be realistic. There's an urge to kind of make a right action, a right call, decision, what's going to be in the higher good of both of you. And your advice is definitely to look at infusing some new energy into this, learning a lesson, and just breaking a cycle before you move on. And also that whole like envisioning the past and the illusion, the reason that they see you in that kind of toxic energy is maybe they think you've been staying in the illusion too long, or maybe they stayed in the illusion too long. The flirty, romantic, illusion, nostalgia, and one or both of you is ready to kind of like fight that off for a better reality. Like reality will be better than that, because something went down that was pretty, difficult in that past energy. So I hope this is helpful in some way, Sagittarius. Please comment if any of this is resonating. I would really appreciate it. And do the other YouTube things if you're inclined, liking, sharing, subscribing. But moreover, I hope you have a really great New Year and a nice January. And I will see you soon. Take good care.